Valley goes well beyond Highway 29 and the Silverado Trail. The mountain vineyards that surround the valley produce some of the most incredible wines of the area. Our wine expert and founder of Dallas Uncorked, Hayley Cogill, just returned from the region, and she's brought a few special treats for us.
Absolutely.
It's kind of your home away from home at this point, isn't it?
I'm in Napa Valley a lot. I feel very, very blessed to be able to.
If anyone is going to tell us the best of the best in Napa, I trust you.
Well, and I really do try to find kind of the areas that maybe the path that's maybe not as well traveled, just because there are so many special wines. I did want to start, just because I love to start with a bubble, a little bubble that you see we have it in our white wine glass to really be able to appreciate it, from Napa. This is their Brut Reserve Rosé. Thought it would be a perfect wine.
Okay. For any time of the day?
For any time. And that's what's so much fun. You're talking Super Bowl food today. Bubbles go with any of that, you know.
Oh, that's good.
Cupcakes, bubbles go with any of that. Really great wine.
Breakfast.
Breakfast, absolutely. Red wine with breakfast. Really great. But then as we sip this, wanted to talk a little bit more about these mountain vineyards and really what makes them special. And we saw one of the shots of Howell Mountain just a second ago. First wine is from Antica, and this is on Atlas Peak. Atlas Peak, if you've ever heard of the Stagecoach Vineyard, the Krupp brothers have their big property up there. Antica is also up there, and it's the Antinori property. The beauty of what they have done in this particular area, it's one of the highest elevations, this great volcanic soil. If you think about, there are 100 different kinds of soil types that we've found in the world, and Napa Valley has 55 of them.
Yeah, that's what I think is so amazing, is that from one vineyard to the next, the soil, the growing pattern, the everything is so different.
The elevation, how the sun hits the
It's really
vines.
fascinating.
And so even at this really high elevation, Antica is able to actually grow Chardonnay, which you think of as much more of a kind of cool weather type variety. But it's right on the Atlas Lake, and so you're able to get the nice winds that keep the vines nice and cool, as well as really being able to ripen them because of the sunshine. So really special wine, beautiful wine.
You're going to retire in Napa, aren't you?
Well, you know, we may. We do love it. The next one I wanted to talk about is from La Jota. La Jota Vineyard is actually the stone winery that they make this particular winery. It's up on Howell Mountain. It was built in 1898. I think we've got a photo of it. Wow. And it's just this gorgeous property. And this is Howell Mountain fruit. And I love Howell Mountain fruit. It's very masculine. It's very rich. You do have kind of these red, iron-rich soils that really add another layer of intensity. This is the Cab from La Jota. Really, really special wines. I had a chance to go out and prune some of the vines while I was out there, and really kind of appreciate it. And so Howell Mountain, it's all volcanic soil on the mountain vineyards. But La Jota, with that kind of that really mineral-rich red clay that's addition to it, adds that extra element of
and those
depth.
big gnarly vines too, like the thicker vines. Are
Absolutely.
those more like old?
They're old, absolutely.
Old growth.
And you can tell that once a vine kind of gets a little bit, as a vine ages, it's going to have a larger trunk, and that is a sign of age. And really what that does, you want to have vines that really, the best fruit starts coming about 6 or 7 years in, and then beyond. And with that, you have great concentration, and that's going to add that much more depth to the wine. Up on Mount Veeder, Mount Veeder is the largest mountain range in Napa, but it's actually the least populated. It's so rugged, the slopes are so steep that it's really, really hard to plant. And so it's very, very meticulous. It's very, you have to really pamper those vines. The water drains off most of the topsoil, so that's hard farming, but what you get is this really kind of mineral-rich, earthy, kind of eucalyptus herbal notes sometimes in some of those wines.
It is like a community of farmers who are really like, they're artisans, aren't they?
They're tied to this land, and that's why when you do kind of get off the trail and get up into these mountains and meet some of these farmers that have been farming these regions for generations, and that's what's so fun. And did want to just kind of point out, so Cardinal, the Jackson family property that is up in Napa Valley, one of their big hopes that Jess Jackson had for these wines that he was making was to really showcase the mountain vineyards. And the Cardinal is a blend actually of of Mount Veeder with their Mount Brave, of La Jota with Howell Mountain, as well as Diamond Mountain and Spring Mountain, to really showcase the best fruit from those areas. And the beauty of a blend is you really get to take the best and then put those all together for kind of a really harmonious, elegant,
that is
special.
just phenomenal.
It's a special wine.
Now, these wines would they be considered more like boutique wines, so you'd get them online?
They're available.
vineyards?
Yes, they're available through their websites. They're also kind of more maybe restaurant. You'll see them on restaurant lists and kind of the on-premise. So you'll be able to find some of them in stores, special stores like maybe a Veritas or some kind of this more small boutique stores, as well as on wine lists or through their websites. But they're just beautiful. I think that's kind of my main goal with any time I talk about Napa is there are great wineries throughout the entire region. There are great wineries on the valley floor, but also really explore, take a drive. The drives are beautiful. You see some of the, the true beauty of why Napa is so special.
Oh, I want to go back now.
Yes,
now
yes, highly recommend it. Yes.
Thank you, Hayley. Okay, you can get details on all these wines by going to dallasuncorked.org, and we are back with more broadcast right after this. Cheers.
Cheers.